VOD. So this VOD is the table. He's a flex support, but in this one he's gonna play Anna. So let's start with the positioning here. So this is standard position for Anna. Yeah, I understand why you why you went down because of the widow there. Nice sleep, nice kill.
Nice.
Yeah, no worries, mirror.
Guys, do you know what to do when you have a cursor on a screen?
Yeah,
all the time?
how come you have a
Probably
cursor
cut off.
here?
I wouldn't suggest doing it now though.
Huge. Behind. Good.
It must be so annoying to play with the cursor.
Oh, good.
You're doing fine though, like even though you have the cursor.
Nope, doesn't help.
Just click the... So I'm gonna charge from behind.
Click
Okay.
what again?
Okay.
Nice. Job.
So what you can do when it happens like this with the cursor, try to look outside of the cursor, and you basically aim as if you have a too big crosshair. Nice job so far. There's not a lot of like pressure from the enemies.
I'm gonna do it from here.
Okay.
You want me to nano you?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm not shadow. I'm not shadow.
Ah, close sleep. Nice try though. Good job pocketing the Zarya there.
Fucking huge.
It's not like
I wanna
a
do
lot
it
of
all the
work,
way
but
behind it.
it's good that you keep calm.
No problem.
So what you can do here as well, another thing is tell your team to fall back. If you know, if we go back here, I just want to look before this fight here. So your Reinhardt, he doesn't really have to be
Maybe.
sneaky like that, because it's pretty easy to spot a Reinhardt, and he might not even get something. But yeah, since he got the pin on the Zarya, went well. But you can call out like, come back, you're pretty far forward, and by having your Reinhardt that far forward, it ruins your position as Anna, and you're forced to play this far low on low ground.
I'm not shadow.
Yo Rebel, how you been doing, man? No, I haven't watched your VOD, David. It's the last one, and this one is the first.
I'm
Nice,
gonna
good
do it
job,
from
Moira.
all the way behind it.
So today it's 4 VODs.
No problem.
I had another one, but it's
Okay,
Thanksgivings, so the user wanted me to or the viewer wanted me to hold it off
No.
for tomorrow or something. Yeah.
Oh shit. It's winnable.
No.
It's winnable. Pocket Genji, pocket Genji, pocket Genji is great.
Good, good.
Hell yeah! Wah, wah.
Ah,
Bricks on shit.
You should tell your Genji to wait here with Blade, because you don't have nano, and he's not gonna get anything with a naked Blade. It's called naked because you don't have beat, trans, or nano to support it.
Hell yeah!
So even if like if you lose the first point, it's no big deal. But you can use nano for second fight with blade. Or second point, I mean.
Brickstone, shit.
Because you see, he's basically slashing in there. I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good rebel.
Yeah, we reach it. Up knock it. Oh shit. He did my trick.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if we go back here, you notice that since Genji used his blade, you basically have nothing to nano. And you want to cycle your nano, and I assume you wanted to use it on Reinhardt, but then Moira came in the way.
Oh shit.
But yeah, even if it's meant for Reinhardt, you could have told Genji to maybe back out, because also, so let's see where he used his blade.
Pocket Genji, pocket
I just
Genji,
want to
pocket
show you
Genji.
because so Reinhardt or Moira are talking about pocketing for blade. They aren't even in the fight because they died, so they can't really see what's happening. And since you're the Ana and they're just capping here, it's totally fine to tell your Genji to back out, wait for respawns, and go in with blade. Like he can climb above the door here. And that way you don't have to use your nano on Reinhardt. It's not gonna do as much work as on Genji.
Brickstone, shit.
It's just a lot of ults used reactively, and it makes it pretty hard for your team to play together. So you used all ults last fight, and now you don't have anything to stop a snowball.
Two on bot spawn. Careful, guys. Nice pick.
I'm close.
So I'm a DPS main, but the VOD I sent you, I got forced to play tank. Do you want me to review you as a tank? I can do that because you can still learn how to play tank. But if you want me to focus on you as a DPS, just record a new VOD. Like, it doesn't matter. It's all good to send me a new one. Okay, so let's take a look at position here. Yeah, you wanna try and get on high ground as soon as possible here, and you can tell your Reinhardt to chill with the payload because the payload is still pushing out through the gate, and it's not super important to contest the payload. Yeah, I'll go through it, David. No worries. You can send me one as a DPS as well. So on Ana here, you want to have high ground behind you and you have Widow above you. And in case you have to drop from high ground, you just go to this position, but it makes it a lot easier to heal the Reinhardt. And you don't have enemies blocking your sight as well when you're on high ground. Because one of the things the enemy Reinhardt can do here, he can walk forward in front of your Reinhardt and shield and basically make you useless. If I got there earlier, should I drop when they use walls? Not necessarily. You can... So it's really hard to show it here, but you can keep looking at the main to see if Widow is there, but for example, you had your own Widow up here, and she was peeking in main. So when you see your Widow drop down or whatever, then you drop as well. And you can also tell your Widow to help you with the enemy Widow. Nice sleep.
Sleeping on me behind. Dead.
Nugget, how are you alive all the time? I mean, Nugget. 1 HP clutch. Okay.
Right.
I'm sleeping right side behind.
When also try, since no one calls this out, call out die on payload or fall back, because right now no one is talking and the enemies are pushing the payload for free and you kind of staggering each other.
Go everyone. Just kite. There's rain inside here. Help.
With me, and we can go with more.
Nice sleep.
Good sleep. No, I kill him. What?
Ah.
It's my bad team. I will shatter them.
Push everyone. Push everyone.
Shit.
Okay, so you're doing fine versus Genji. He's not pushing you at all. When is the Ashe Scream VOD getting reviewed? Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, my bad, David. Your VOD is the third one. The Ashe VOD is the fourth one. So here's the VOD lists, or the VODs for today. So Flex Support, main tank, and then hit scan and the Ashe VOD. Call out the Widow on high ground as well. Your job is basically to also, talk about anyone flanking from above, because you won't be able to kill the Widow here.
They have Widow top.
And it's a bit late. The call out for Widow comes from the main tank
Good
instead.
job, Agate.
Come on.
Go, Agate.
The Widow on top.
Yes, Agate. Oh, kite desire.
Widow on top.
Widow
Next
behind,
target.
on top.
Next.
And you notice, like, there's a ton of people being alerted by the Widow, and they freak out, when there's a Widow behind them. So if you call it out, as soon as you see her, it's gonna
Oh, teabag.
relieve a lot of teammates,
Behind us.
Do you feel back?
and it's gonna make them
Back.
work with you a lot easier as well.
Low.
Is this for the Mayhem, Anna?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
outplayed. They have shattered, they maybe have craft. Anna is low. No need.
I will wait Tracer and we can have it combo.
Oh,
Hit me.
Nice sleep. Okay, so another thing here.
Hit me.
You wanna get your sleep, your nade out after you've slept, because if you nade after the first healing dart, then you're gonna wake up the Reinhardt as well. And just make it a habit to sleep, nade, and then shoot. Because right now you're just having a lot of downtime,
It's good.
and it's these fights that make it or break it, because it's overtime soon.
Is that.
On top.
oh, Widow fight. Look this shadow when she comes down, I will fuck her up. 3, 2, 1. Hiya!
Nice.
Lol.
Good job though so far.
Fight this
They say.
Yeah, no, me.
with ulti. Just nano Moira. No, nano. Nano Moira.
Yeah, no, me.
With ulti.
You don't wanna nano Moira. You wanna use nano. You're gonna get nano before anyone else gets ults, basically. Maybe Moira gets ult first, but if you wanna nano someone, nano Zarya when she's 80 energy or 100 energy, it's gonna be really easy to farm energy since you have a Reinhardt as well. And you can also play aggro with Rein and tell him, I'm gonna nano you, Rein.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
and nano Moira even if I don't want to.
For Moira to be efficient, with the ult, she needs to hold it, hold the laser on someone for around 2 seconds, and that's only possible either if no one goes for her, if positions are bad, or if there's a grab.
You have double sniper.
Do you have the bubble?
2 seconds. Okay, I have it, I have it.
Then give it.
Shoot your nade right now, like as they stun each other, because you end up shooting and then you lock yourself into the animation and it's a bit slow, and he ends up, you know, he can be bubbled, he can get his shield up, etc.
Oh fuck.
And that stops the nade.
I can heal.
And it's really important that Reinhardt and Zarya never die. Basically, it's no big deal if the Genji dies. It's mostly the Zarya and Reinhardt. Especially
Ooh, I'm
since
alive with a
you want to
double
keep
shot.
the energy on the Zarya.
My ult.
They have cover up.
I assume you try to hit
They
the
have cover up.
Zarya there.
Let's try Shatter first, and if it don't work, I will grab, okay?
Perfect call from Zarya.
It always works. Oh,
Nice nade. How come you walk to the left here? Because you don't get shattered, and if you keep walking it to the left, you're forced to either walk to the wall here or into alley. And if you're in alley, you can't really heal anyone if they push really far. Yeah, I know, Mayne.
Break behind.
So the moment Brig was behind was right now, and it's no use like to call her out. How do I say this? So if you want help with the Brig, you have to call it out as soon as you see her come in, not after you've died, because at this rank people can help you, and you can expect people, you know, your teammates to come help you if you just mention it to them. Because you have a Zarya here, and maybe she has a friendly, maybe she doesn't. You don't really know, but you're line of sighting yourself from everyone else right now. Let's see, did she use her shield? Yeah, so Zarya, she has her friendly, I think, still. Doesn't look like...
Break behind.
It doesn't look like... oh, never mind, it was used on Reinhardt. Are you coaching a team right now? No, I'm not.
They use all loots.
Right now it's off-season for Overwatch League, and also just haven't gotten any opportunity for a team. Or like, what's it called? All the coaching staffs are filled up.
I don't know.
So now you see Genji has his ultimate, so you have to think about your nanos, especially when you play with Genji. Otherwise, it's gonna make the Genji feel like he's powerless, and also that you basically ignore him. You probably don't ignore him, you know. I'm not saying that, but the Genji will feel like it because he's always gonna be using his blade without any support from any defensive ult. Right now you have Moira as well. So you have 0 defensives, and you must basically focus pocket on the Genji. Other times when you can nano Reinhardt and skip nano on Genji is for if you have a beat, for example, and you run Lucio with Ana,
The killer damage.
or if you run Zen with Ana.
I need to just shield them.
I come
with
up
my-
with you.
going on?
They're outplaying us. But now we outplay them.
And yeah, Genji switched to Hanzo, and it's exactly how I said it. Like, he feels useless, you know, when he's on Genji and doesn't have the support he needs
We're best in
to
clutches.
get kills and so on.
Go, go, go. I will
Like, get 2 kills is enough as Genji to win a fight.
Yeah,
Good nano.
let's go.
Yeah, we're always best in clutches.
Most.
It's nice that you waited with the nano.
Okay.
I noticed that you play calm and keep playing calm. Like, it's
Where?
You will win it.
it's
at
a
some point.
thing
Trying.
many players forget.
I think he was winning it on the first defense.
What?
I will wait your hands up forward, okay? And we will combo.
I'm gonna push them here. Are you ready? Follow me. Oh, where was
You
Bobby?
went a
Are you
bit
ready?
too far.
Follow me.
That's your Reinhardt basically suiciding, so you can't do much about that.
Oh, where was Bob? I was ready spaghetti for the bubble.
Yeah, I don't have it. Just when you try.
Oh, you should just say
Just
it.
ask me first, okay?
Okay, do you have bubble?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, I'm going in then. I'm getting raped by Brigade.
And nano. This shit.
Let's see what happened here. Oh yeah, you got shot by Hanzo.
Don't.
Okay, so you had a graph against you.
I'm
You
gonna-
just
I'm gonna
reset.
combo now.
That's fine. You can try and talk a bit more when you're in game, because you use your nade, you use your sleep, but you don't really say I have no sleep, I have no nade, etc. Or if you nade more than 2 people, you can say big nade or good nade, and you wanna make it a habit so that when you sleep someone, you say sleep and then you count down 3, 2, 1 with someone else nearby. Hi Ernest, how you doing, man?
Nice.
Good job, Nugget. Nugget, you have to go on the other roof now and get picks.
Okay, tell your team to push the spawn doors right now, because you wipe the whole enemy team and you can't really sit with 4 people on cart. It's all fine if you are alone on cart. You can have Reinhardt with you, but send the rest of the team to hold the enemy spawn doors, and you just get free cart push. If no one else is saying it, I mean.
Run. Catch the Hanzo. Mob, it's your kill.
Top right, Hans.
Oh, nice, man. Are you gonna go for diamond this season?
Nugget? Okay, Nugget.
Nice.
Hi, Sensky.
I have my shadow. have Moya do
I'm
them?
having a good day, Ernest. I just started doing the VOD reviews today, and my breakfast was 6 hours ago. No, 7 hours ago. It's 6:30 here in Sweden.
No Moya, okay. They have shadow too. Just go far back, Moya. Go far
Okay,
back and then
no
Moya
me.
will do.
You wanna make sure that you're with. So, let's see here. You're going up for high ground, and so the goal to go up high ground here is to peek here on the corner, heal your teammates, stand on the bridge, etc. If the widow comes, you can try and duel her, but don't chase for too long, because you're line of sighting your teammates, and
I
they
have
don't
my
know
shadow.
that you're dueling
We have
the
Moya.
widow.
Do nano Moya, okay. They have shadow too. Just go far back, Moya. Go far
Okay,
back and nano
no
Moya
me.
will do.
Left shadow.
They lose shatter.
Nice. Let's go. Here, Brigade.
Where's the nano on the Moya?
I don't know.
Fire left.
Where's our nano on the Moira?
I don't know.
Okay, let's go back here.
Let's go.
Yeah, so
Left
this is what I mean.
They lose shot.
Because you went after the widow, I don't think you planned ahead, and you sort of forgot the main tank. You forgot the Zarya, and then they end up fighting with you without you, but they're expecting the heals.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Clear it. Rig it.
So since you have Moira, you have to keep in mind they have an Ana, and the counter to Moira, like the hard counter, is Ana, and you just nade. You get a nade, and Moira's useless. Every
Where's
healer
Nano
is
on the
useless,
Moira?
of course, with a nade.
I don't know.
Well, that's a good way to think, Ernest. That it's a bonus because that way it's not that much pressure. Yeah, keep doing that, man. Do you ever do
Fire
free
left.
team coaches for one off?
We
If,
should do nano Moira.
so I
It would have
can.
been free win.
Yeah, we're flanking with Nugget.
Do you mean
Flank Ana
coach
or-
the coaches of a team or
Flanking
coach the
Nugget.
team?
Nugget doesn't need help.
Wins SPC.
Now it's gonna be a bit tricky, you see.
We almost have come.
Middle top right of Hanzo.
Don't die now.
No, don't die.
We have 10 seconds.
Let's see if we can see. Oops. Let's see here. If we can see the ults.
Doesn't need flank Ana or what?
I was hoping Nugget.
Nugget doesn't need help.
We're flanking with Nugget.
We should.
Okay, so next fight. Since you have no ults coming up, I think one valuable nano is nano on Brig because she can get her rally up. And
nano Moira.
it's
Would've
just a
been
free
free again, or what?
like
I was
Auto
hoping
heal.
Nugget.
coach the team.
Now it's gonna.
Usually I don't do free team coaching because you won't see as much difference between one session and let's say 100 sessions, with a full-time coach. It would be more beneficial for you to just send in a team VOD and I can review the team VOD for free.
It's gonna be a bit tricky, you see.
We almost have come.
Middle top right of Hanzo.
Don't die now.
No, don't die.
We have 10
Let's go.
seconds.
Keep in mind, if you wait to overtime, you're gonna have overtime spawns and so will the enemies. So if you engage with a nano or something, it's gonna be
Let's go
huge
on
for
the
you.
I have
I'm
the
gonna go.
sword.
I'm on it. Can you wobble? Is nano me? I need nano. I need nano.
And it's kind of bad of your Reinhardt to say I need nano all the time because he's just going out of line of sight for no reason and then he's positioning himself so that he takes damage. But the better nano would be on Brig here. You have to take charge with your Ana. Like you have to be in charge of your own gameplay and not let the Reinhardt micro you, because this Reinhardt, even though he's GM, he doesn't really think about the rest of the team when he walks up. I'll show. Like, okay, so you see the Reinhardt and you see the Reinhardt coming up here.
No, don't die.
We have 10 seconds.
So watch the Reinhardt. A Reinhardt that thinks about the team. He shields for the team. He pushes in slowly, so that you can touch. You can push in and touch. And you also have a tracer with you. I think there's a tracer. Yeah.
Let's
Wait.
go on the car.
So you have 3. Actually, there's no tracer. There's a Brig instead of the
I
tracer.
have
I'm
the
gonna go.
sword.
I'm on it.
So here's the Reinhardt. He's just walking in. He's just walking in like he's Iron Man. And you still have 6.3 seconds to touch, so that's plenty of time. And for example, if your Reinhardt is playing safe, if he's playing calm, he can call out the Zarya to bubble him. He can charge in. The Zarya can also bubble yourself. If you really need to touch, you have Moira that can shift and then step off. But this is just a reason to be more confident in your own like ability to command nano, and also set up plays with the rest of the team, so you don't have to rely on these scuffed setups from Reinhardt. So a few things you can focus on Asena. On second defense, try and get high ground. Be aware of the Widow, so that if she peeks you, you have to basically scout yourself. If she peeks, you just drop down. Make sure that you talk with the Reinhardt if he's too far up. Tell him to back off. Set up Nano with Genji a lot more often, because it happened 2 times that you had Nano, he had Blade, but you